This is an RFMCE production. Reginald. You live here on location, here at the old home house where it all went down. This is yours truly with RFMCE Productions, giving you nothing but the very best comedy and entertainment. Keep in mind that everything that we do is based on real life actual experience. We turn tragedy into triumph. And it does me great pleasure to be your host for this particular segment, which is entitled The Chronicles of My Father. Excuse me, man. We're on location. We're filming. Ain't nobody trying to steal nothing, you know. This my dad's old house. Okay, well, all right, yeah. They been stole the copper. Okay, and the bathtub with the feet on it. All right, yeah. But you take that wig off and take that wig off, and we'll just see who looks like a crackhead. But anyway, we on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is yours truly coming to you live here on location. We're doing a documentary for the late and the great and one and only my father, Mr. Earl Fowler. It does me great pleasure to be your host for this segment. But join us as we take a trip into the life of one of the world's most brilliant men, the life, the legacy, the legend, and these are the chronicles of my father. I couldn't begin to share with you the chronicles of my father without first beginning to tell you who he was. He was a man in his own right, a legend in his own time, from a place of time forgotten, too far gone, and hard times brought the drug trade, and 5 years to an undercover was what he gave. And after serving his term, he learned the skill trade and learned how to be a house in the bloodline of a heritage torn down and left abandoned at the age of 2 years old. He learned the art of survival, a player's game, a ladies' man, a businessman, a pioneer, and an entrepreneur. To reconcile our differences as I became of age at the age of 15. And it never was exposed to the streets and rent my garments and walk down through memory lane. Might well forget that. Them niggas gone now, and all that's left is a white line nightmare. And the shots rang out. I always knew when my father was happy, because you could hear him popping his fingers to his favorite R&B song. He's a super freak, and then when you get up here on this job down here, don't go messing with the need folk shit. Because ain't no way I'm finna lose a job making money, over one of them dry, flat ass hamburgers. See, you ought to have sense enough to go somewhere and say, look, okay, I see this going on over here. I see that going on over there. I'm out of here. And always take care of your children, son. Because remember, you the one that pumped them out. Sort of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Or Dr. David Banner and the Incredible Hulk, the only thing that I can think of in comparison to how he was if you ever upset him. Known for his .38 special revolver and a hammer, he could be a force to be reckoned with. Hair wide, eyes big and everything. Gun pointed. But anyway. Hell yeah, I said it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I said it. You see this motherfucker? They gonna have to call the law to get me off of your ass. What's your problem, man? It's a crying shame. I got little kids beating on my door, crying, talking about their grandma standing on the roof, shaking her ass. I was a wild teenager. I was getting into a lot of trouble, and people were coming back telling my dad everything I was doing because I looked just like him, terrorizing the neighborhood. But this particular time, I was, called some girls out of their names, and their grandmother, her name was Miss Marguerite, and she wasn't no joke. And she came beating on the side of our house with her cane. And she said, your son has been, calling my daughters, whores. And so my father, he come in and he said, I ain't got no clothes on. Man, fuck that shit, nigga. Come in here naked. And he said, hey man, come in here, man. I'm on the phone. Not no more. And he commenced to taking the telephone and throwing it through a pane glass window. That's a crying shame. You done went all the way across the tobacco fields of Kentucky for a GED. Reginald don't want to do nothing but run around here with these niggas that don't mean him no good, with a rubber band on the back of his head, looking like Fu Manchu. This particular day, I was in the bathroom smoking a joint, and I was about 16 years old, and I had just started smoking weed. And for those of you who have ever smoked weed, you know how you get the giggles, and and I was having a giggle spell, but boy, I'm telling you, when I heard the sound of that truck, because I was like, particular time I had a girl in the house, and I heard my father pulling up, and you could hear the sound of his truck coming. I never forget that sound, because and people used to tease me about it. They go, "There goes Earl, here comes Earl," and I'd go running through the bushes. But this particular time, in my father's house, it was only one way in and one way out. So I told her, just go lay in my father's bed, and I'll figure something out. And so she went and laid in my dad's bed, and then so my dad came in, and so I was like, hey there, and so my dad went in there, and I heard him say, what's up, and then he came back and was like, he said, man, what's going on? I said, she had to get some rest. What's going on, man? What's up? She had to get some rest. In my bed? Nigga? You finna see. And I was not about to stick around to find out what it was that I was going to see. Now, do you think now and time that I'm finna stick around after a nigga just told me we finna see, and he was struggling between killing me or not, that I'm gonna stay there for him to get back? No, I don't want to see anything. See the back of my head get small, nigga. I'm out of here. And next time I ground you, you gonna stay up in here until the motherfucker fall down. To be home by a certain time, which I neglected to do, being your typical teenager, I decided to put his words to the test. And lo and behold, I found out the hard way that my father was nothing to play with. I eased the key in the door, hoping that my father wouldn't hear me, and all of a sudden, so he grabbed me, and he thrust forward in such a swift with such a swift quickness to apprehend me that his house coat flew back like a cape, and which revealed his tidy whities, and nothing else. And my father was quite strong, actually, and you couldn't help but respect someone when you're in the air. So I was airborne through the kitchen, and we both landed in the dining room, and where he commenced to grabbing a can of paint before he actually landed, which I thought was, a dynamic display of acrobat skills. But anyway. Which I also learned to run as a result of gun. Nigga, where you been this time of night? I was over grandma's house. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about grandma. I could have boo-booed on myself when he hit that table. I'm talking about the salt shakers jumped up off the table about 2 feet high. That might. We at Reginald dad old house. They don't know I've been in here. I've been in here before, but don't tell nobody about that part. But they don't even know I'm in here now. But yeah, Earl was man, Earl was I'm telling you, man, Earl wasn't no joke. If he ever told you finna see, boy, you better get your ass out of there. That's what I told Ray. I said, man, you ought to run. I heard he did that shit. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, earlier played the radio. But as a matter of fact, that's a nice radio over there. But I'ma holler at y'all Don't tell nobody I was in here. R.I.P. Particular time, I think you told me to clean my room, and I didn't. And when I came home that day, everything was as though a tornado blew it in a corner. It was like, I mean, absolutely everything was in a corner. And I thought to myself, I got to get the hell out of here. This is an RFMCE production. Reginald.